Hi, everybody. I'm Christina Welch. I am a star director and independent stylist with Stella and Dot, and I'm so thrilled you're interested in learning a little bit more about what we do and how all of this works. Someone's invited you to our virtual Meet Stella and Dot event that's happening on November the 1st from 8:30 Central Time to about 9 o'clock Central Time. PM, that is. And the reason they've invited you is because they see something in you, and that means that they either think you'd be great at this. You may have expressed a little bit of interest to them, and you're just curious to learn a little bit more. You also may have been notified kind of seemingly out of the blue, but you've been on someone's mind. So I hope that you consider that just the highest compliment, and that you just do a little bit of due diligence and join us and take a look and see what we're all about. I'd like to share with you a little bit about my story, because I have probably felt what maybe some of you are feeling, or I might have a similar background, or we might actually have anything in common. But I think it's important to hear lots of different stories from different stylists. So I'm going to start off by telling you mine. When I joined Stella and Dot, my boys were 1 and 4 years old. And I had going through my mind, when I stumbled into Stella and Dot online, the notion that, first of all, I don't know if I want to do at-home parties. I was skeptical about this. I wasn't so sure that this was kind of the career path for me. I spent my career in public relations and special events. I worked agency and freelance and corporate, so I had kind of a broad perspective. But I quickly realized that the freelance PR gig when I had little kids was just not filling my cup. I was more stressed. I didn't enjoy it. I was feast or famining. I would work all the time, or I wouldn't work all the time. And so I was just looking for something that might be more flexible and more fun. I self-found Stella and Dot, so it means no one introduced me to it. I just stumbled into it online when I was just actually sort of investigating the industry. The short story of it is I went to a show for another jewelry company. One of my mom friends from preschool, was having her launch show. And while I supported her and bought a couple things and was so proud of her for doing this, she was a former teacher. I also realized that their products were just not me. And that was okay. I think people should always find their passion in whatever it is that makes their heart sing and makes them joyful. So whether that's a different product line for me, it wasn't that one, and Stella and Dot is what worked for me. But anyway, I was so worried when I sent off for information that people were going to be really pushy about this, because I didn't want to be pressured into doing this, and I didn't want to have quotas. I didn't want to have to do stuff. I really just wanted to try it out and see if I liked it, because I could see that there might be a bigger opportunity with this, but I didn't know what that would be. So I went ahead and joined. I was, like many of you may be thinking, I was so busy that I had lots of stuff going on. Anybody who knows me now knows that the word busy is a 4-letter word in my book now, because I believe that that's just like we're all flat out stating the obvious. I don't know anybody who doesn't have a lot going on in their life, quite frankly. And then I look around at the other stylists and the other leaders in our company who lead these full and amazing lives, and they work full time. They might have 3 kids on top of that. Or they have other challenges and other issues going on. And this is just their fun escape, and they're able to meet their reason why they're doing this, because they have something that they've got their eye on, whether it's something tangible, whether it's something intangible. It's just something that fills their cup. So I was thinking when I was joining, I was like, well, wait a minute, I have my son's first birthday party, and this was the end of May. My other son, who was almost 4, I say he was 4 at the time, he was just a couple months shy of turning 4. He was getting out of Mother's Day out for the year. So I had 2 boys in the summer. So if you're a mom, you know that summer means with 2 kids, like a toddler and a preschooler, that was a little crazy. And physically demanding. And then we also had vacations planned. My husband and I were going out of town on an anniversary trip. I was literally coming up with every reason in a way for me to say, like, well, maybe I should put this off a little bit. Maybe I should just wait a little bit longer. And then a voice in me just said, like, you know what? It just came over. It's like, there's never going to be a perfect time. You are always going to have stuff going on. I opened my calendar up. I remember the date. It was June 12th. I was like, I can do a show June 12th. Voila. Had my first show. Have not looked back since. That's my path. I haven't looked back. But we have women, and this actually has become my full-time flexible career that has grown as my boys have grown. They're, again, 8 and 11 now. So they have seen me doing this, and I work this around our lives. But you don't have to run a business like I run a business. This is your choice. But when you join, you may just want to get out a few nights a week to be able to, or a few nights a month, to be able to pay for shoes that you want to buy, or you may want to remodel and you want to fill that. You may want to be able to take over a couple of payments a month or a couple of bills a month, or you might want to pay off the car for your husband or take your husband on a 40th birthday party, or I don't know, buy a new mattress, whatever it may be. There's like a reason that you will be connected to as to why you want to do this. My big overall reason is to have flexibility. That's always been important to me, and to be able to call the shots on my own. But now I have this amazing structure of this incredible organization behind me. Right now, my next why, fulfilling my next why, is next summer we are taking our boys to Disney World, and I want to pay for that completely, and make sure that next summer is taken care of with all the camps and all the fun stuff that my boys like to do and our vacations. I also want to finish. I actually want to not finish. I really want to just like redo our bedroom, and that's a big why for me. So the money I make at trunk shows goes directly into that little decorating fund and that vacation fund, so that we can have those experiences as a family, and so that I can have a really pretty space to lie my head down at night and to have a really great escape for my husband and me. So you're going to find what motivates you. That's what's motivating me right now. So I challenge you, like as you're kind of looking at Stella and Dot, to think about what is it that this could mean for you? What could you do potentially with maybe an extra $1,000 a month or $1,000 over the next 2 months? That can make a difference in your life in some way. And that's what this is here for. And I always go back to this, like worst case, you're just going to have some really cute jewelry and you've probably had some fun with it. I always think like you have nothing to lose by joining and you have everything to gain. So if you would like to learn a little bit more, I would love for you to join us on Sunday night. We will be posting throughout the week right here on this event on Facebook. And if you have any friends that you think of that might enjoy doing this, add them to it. This is always a business that's more fun with a friend. The chat on Sunday night, totally casual, no pressure. We want to give you the information that we think is important for you to hear, but also we want to hear your questions too. So please tune in Sunday night, 8:30 Central Time. Learn a little bit more about Stella and Dot. Get a glimpse into the amazing leaders and stylists that we have in our community or our tribe, and know that it's just 30 minutes a time that you'll spend just investigating something a little bit more, and you never know what great could come out of it. So I hope you have a fantastic week, and we will chat with you on Sunday night. Bye.